A very warm welcome back to the channel.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Glad to be back in the saddle making another video about solar. In this video, we're going to be installing a Sungold Power system, an 8 kilowatt inverter, and 3 100 amp hour Sungold LFP batteries, along with 10 400 watt bifacial monocrystalline panels. So let's get cracking. Okay, SleemSolar back here. Put the post in the ground. It's going to have 10 panels on there, 10 bifacial. They're going to be 400 watts each. There's 10 of them. So these are concreted in. We painted the four feet of it with a, what do you call it? It's a rubber spray, like a tar spray. And Flex Seal, that's it, Flex Seal. And we sprayed that before we put it down in there. We put gravel at the bottom of each of them. And then we dug the hole 2.5 feet wide. So you can see that has some motor oil on them as well. So when it's all said and done, we gotta let this dry over the weekend. And then once it dries over the weekend, we can come back and build the array to put the panels on. Alright, so today's Thursday. We'll give it to the full weekend to harden. Then we'll be back out next week, probably Monday or Tuesday. So with that, see you on the next video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. It greatly helps us out. Until next time. Something I want to mention also is that the customer system their previous system had died, and they took it upon themselves and bought the Sungold Power system that we went out, evaluated, and then decided, yeah, we could install it for them. But before that, they had a Magnus inverter, and I believe they had an Outback MPPT charge control, and I guess they died. So they went ahead and replaced it with the Sungold Power system that we are installing. Okay, we got another update on this project, SleemSolar here, showing you the structure that we build. So a little thing that we learned was putting some screw and cutting these helps hold this in place, so we can had to bolt that on, put this in place, put that one in place. So this is a little hack job we learned, putting this in place, this piece of wood that helps it stay in place while we bolt on all these different things here. This 2x6 by 16. And we did the carriage bolt, as you can see right there. And then we had a washer and a lock washer. And these were painted. As you can see, we put some used motor oil on it. So it's nice, and it's pressure treated, but it's treated again as well. And we'll probably end up doing these pieces as well. Now these are in the ground, 4 feet down, cement. And we put gravel at the bottom before we put the wood in, and then we cemented it. We actually painted where this went down in the ground. I think we did Flex Seal on all these posts. We Flex Sealed what's in the ground, and then we covered it back up, cemented it in, and covered it over. But you know, folks on YouTube, that's never enough. You're gonna have somebody in the comment section that says, oh, you should have did this, you should have did that. You know, well, when you're in the country, you got to use what you got to use. You got to use motor oil, Flex Seal, whatever. That's what they had, and we just used it to treat the wood. So right now we're gonna go get the unistruts and put them up because we got 10 panels to put up, and then we will show you what that looks like here. So let me get started. So I just wanted to show you where we are in the progress of this job. Okay, it's another day here with SleemSolar. We got the panels racked, stacked. So you can see we got all 10 up there. A little trick I want to mention. The bolts that came with this, so I got these off Amazon, and these are adjustable. So no matter which size panels you get, you can adjust these. So for anybody looking, I will try and remember and put the links in the description below. But what I wanted to point it out is these nylon nuts that come into these unistruts, they come with it. The bolt that came with this wasn't working, and that typical nut that comes with this type of system wasn't wide enough to fit between here. So what I did was took this quarter inch in diameter and an inch long with these nylon nuts. You can get them at Home Depot or Lowe's, and I put it down in there, and that was wide enough to grip in these channels and then tighten this down. So something that I found out doing, because this is what they look like. Actually, I'll come down here. This is what they look like. So I had to change it out. So I had ones that fit and worked, but I ran out, and then the other ones weren't fit. These were like changed from another structure, which was these guys I had. So I basically changed it out and put those nylon, I guess I call them nylon nuts or whatever, because that's what the description at Home Depot is. But everything is up. Now we have to work on grounding it out. So we're gonna have to get one of the rebar in the ground, ground all the structure, the panels together, and then come down. So that's what's left to do, and then get the conduit in the ground that takes it over to that house, and put the rest of them in there. So those are the first set of panels that are running in the house right now, and these are going to be the second set that goes into the second MPPT charge controller. So yep, it's looking good. So once we get that done, I'll come back and show you what we did. Okay, SleemSolar here. Sorry for the bad lighting, but we're finished with the installation. As you can see, it's got voltage on PV1 and PV2s. There's two arrays out there, as you'll see. The batteries are 54. They're pretty much topped off. See the voltage, and you see what the house is using. The house is not using too much right now. What? That was... So the house isn't drawing. This is a totally off-grid house, so it's charging. So we finished wiring it up. So you can see it's pulling in the voltage. You can see the little face that's happy or checkbox, that means it's running good, because we have the cable that's connected to the battery. And this is where the battery is connected. So as you can see, they are all running. So you can check the info on it. So you can see it's at 99. They're pretty much full. Same thing with this one. And they are full. Pretty much so. The batteries are all connected. And then you have your disconnect. So right here we have our weather station, and have it go down. We have our conduit all the way over to right there. So when they skirt that house, everything is underneath the house. So they're working on that. And the reason why we did this is because we can come out with the clamp meter, measure the current going through at any given time. And here we have our disconnect, positive, negative, and we put the fuse here, 30 amp fuse. Probably doesn't need it, but just as a safety precaution. I mean, they're all in series, just one big panel, but sometimes I like to have a little insurance. So you got your positive coming all the way from over there, where you see that red cable from the top right there. And then you have your main negative right here. It comes over and connects here. And also we have our ground coming down all the way to right here. And before anybody scream, oh, you didn't touch the ground, you didn't ground the panels. Yeah, we did, right here. So each of them bonded here. This thing actually digs into it, so we're bonded two places, here, here to the metal. Same thing with this. I'll show you another one right here. So we're all grounded. And it goes all the way down the whole framing. So all the panels have those little things right there on them, all the way across to the structure that's bonded. And then over here it's tied and comes down into the ground. So that's the final. We also put this right here, so just to lock it in place. Another thing, we actually screw through the wood 35 degrees and bolted this in place on all of them. So this structure is not going to move with any wind. As you can see, it's bolted. And the last one, 35 degrees I believe I set it to, for the winter and summer months, because this person is not going to be, and this stuff is sturdy, it's not moving anything. I mean, I'm trying to shake it and I can't shake it. So this is another job completed by SleemSolar. You could do me a favor, please like, share, and subscribe, as it does help out the channel, so we can continue to bring you some good content on installing solar systems out in the rural areas. And with that, we are signing off. So thanks for viewing, and until next video, take care.